So the Reimagined line continues. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Sneaker Circle. It is your boy Danny back with another review, and in today's video we are gonna take a look at the newest Reimagined Air Jordan. So this is an early pair. This is from Sneakers directly. I got early access to the shoes. I bought them. I got them for a buddy of mine since I currently still have the 2017 pair, and I'm not really in the space right now where I want to be doubling up on pairs, you know? So I'm gonna go ahead and get these out the box. Let's get into this review, and I will kind of compare this version versus the last version and talk a little bit about the Reimagined series that Air Jordan has been doing these days. Let's get straight into it. Okay, out of the box, these do come kind of pre-packaged. I'll show a little video of how it looked on my end. They're super crazily packaged. The other pairs weren't like that, so Chicago's or Lost and Found, Reimagined, or Patent Breads that really started everything wasn't the case. So if you're completely new to sneakers and you haven't been around in the last 2-3 years, the Reimagined series is a pair of interpretations. This year we actually got 2 instead of just 1. The point of it is Air Jordan is grabbing classic colorways and introducing them in kind of new materials. When you think about Royals, you always think about them in a leather avenue. Like, it's always been leather. There's been no other cases. Maybe patent leather, maybe things along those lines, but having them in suede completely is a little bit different. So again, this is the second Reimagined pair. At the beginning of the year, we did get white cement 3s. Now we're getting Royal 1s. Next year, we're supposed to see a pair of Reimagined Bread 4s and another rumored pair of 1s. I wouldn't be surprised if Air Jordan tries to just do that yearly. Reimagine a classic colorway of a different model, then Reimagined a pair of Air Jordan 1s. One thing that's been pretty consistent is they always get their own box. So for the Royals, they have just this regular black and blue box. Honestly, it could have gone for anything. I'm wondering why they didn't like change it up a little bit. So Lost and Found, we ended up getting a theme behind the box that kind of went with the story of the shoe. So it was like that whole, you know, we found it different lids in the back of a mom and pop shop or whatever. Air Jordan 3s ended up getting its retro elephant box, kind of like scuffed up. And even patent breads, like, it looks just like a normal black and red Air Jordan box, but it has a gloss to make it look patent, which was super cool at the time. So yeah, just black royal blue box, which as long as they're sticking to that theme, I think it's kind of cool. So initially when I saw leaks of this shoe, I did think it was a suede blue and then it was just gonna be leather. Even on the sneakers site, it did say leather. But the black here feels more like nubuck. Like, it's a very brushable nubuck, so that's always nice to see. The suede itself is also pretty nice, not as brushable, a little more textured, a little more hairy. So taking a look, you do have the royal blue toe box. One thing I'm noticing is that it's gonna crease pretty easy, so you kind of see like this little bump right here. This is just from being overstuffed with the paper. So I can't even imagine how this is gonna be after wear. Normally with Dunks, I'm just gonna use Dunks as a reference because the leather quality on GR Dunks is so bad that you're better off going for a suede pair, because the suede pair is a little more durable. It doesn't have that plastic coating that the leather pairs do. In this case, we're used to pretty decent leather quality when it comes to Air Jordan 1s, like not out of this world, maybe not worth $200, but it's still good, it still holds up. It's better than what you would see from like an Air Force 1 or GR Air Force 1. Or any pair of Dunks that aren't a collaboration. So taking a look at the blue accent details, it is super nice, I must admit. It's super, super nice. Here we have that swoosh and that royal, that Air Jordan logo kind of stamped here. The sole, super royal. You can kind of tell like there's a big color difference. So I'm on the team that Air Jordan did a pretty good job at capturing colors, because colors don't always transition very well onto different materials. Like if you were to grab a canvas and like dye it royal, it might not look the way leather does or the way rubber does. And to me, this is the case here. It doesn't necessarily look as like one-to-one of the leather pair, but to me, in my eyes, it's close enough. So here we have the 2017 pair right here, and then the 2023 pair of Royals. Biggest thing to me is shape is a little bit different. This is a little bit wider, so it's easier on your foot. But in terms of color, I think they did a pretty good job. Like this is dirty, used, but I can guarantee that when I first got these, this looked like this. So it's pretty spot on. Here we have those two different shade colors. So here we have this one, and then we have this one right here. You can just see how different that is. The whole liner of these changed as well. So this is just common with newer Air Jordan 1s. On the inside, it even has almost like a sculpt for your heel, while this is just padding. No technicality to it. So here we have kind of like a little pocket for the back of your heel to rest in. I think the part that impresses me the most is just how soft the black nubuck is. I'm a pretty big fan of that. See if you can actually see it on screen right here, where you can just like kind of just brush it perfectly. So I'm not gonna throw these on feet. This isn't my pair to do that with, and I just want him to be the first one to throw them on. So my final consensus on these is basically they're pretty good for what they are. These are going for retail basically right now, and the full release isn't until November 4th, so you still have a lot of time to decide if you're gonna get these. If you don't have a pair of Royals in your roster, I think it's worth it. I 100% think it's worth it if you don't have Royals. If you do have Royals, I could say you could probably skip these. If you have a similar color in your rotation, you're not really looking to collect like OG colors, then easily skip. You can probably find these soon, because Satin Breads, the woman release, is actually hitting a lot of outlets now. I wouldn't be surprised if these hit outlets. Even Reimagined white cements were going pretty near retail even after the release, and I feel like that those were more anticipated than these were. I do feel like of all the OG colorways, Royals are really slept on, maybe because everything else on the roster is just red, white, and black, and these are just like, you know, a little bit outside of that space. But I'm not gonna lie, that's all hearsay. So let me know what you guys think about these in the comments down below. Would you rock these? Are you planning on rocking them? Are you planning on going for them? Last little look around. I'll probably try to give you some B-roll. But last little look around, the suede is solid. Air Jordan did what it needed to do. I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Take care. I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Peace.